My name is Kala, Arvind Kala. Mr. Modi is a Mr. Bean. He bungles everything. I have a question for him. Mr. Modi, in your new Ayodhya temple, why is Lord Ram shown as black? Now, 1000 million Hindus have seen Lord Ram as fair. Fair not in the Caucasian fair sense, fair as in the North Indian sense, people who are identified as browns by America. So that is how he is seen as fair, Lord Ram always. And I'll give you evidence of that. Don't you remember 37 years ago when Ramayana, the serial, was staged and it riveted all of India to its chairs on that Sunday afternoon when it was telecast, including Christians, and everybody saw that. And that popularized Lord Ram in a way nothing has ever done. So that was fair. And from childhood onwards, I mean, I'm a Hindu. From childhood onwards, we've seen pictures of him in calendars and diaries and here and there, thousands of times. Lord Ram is seen as fair. So, Mr. Modi, why have you turned him black? I mean, what is the point? Are you going to change even how the Lord Ram resides in people's hearts? His look cannot be changed by a prime minister like you. I mean, 10 prime ministers came and went and nobody changed Lord Ram's looks, but you have done exactly that. And I would think that a lot of Hindus would not go to that temple because they would get antagonized by the blackness of the statue. And there's a simple truth of life. Don't tamper with tradition, especially religious tradition. Now, Goddess Kali has always been depicted in black. If she was changed to brown or blue or white, it wouldn't look right. Let her look. She's looked like that all this time for thousands of years. Let her look like that. Has Jesus Christ on the cross ever changed? No. Has Gautam Buddha, Lord Buddha, the smiling Buddha, ever changed? No. But Mr. Modi has to do something new every time. He's the kind of guy who's capable of shaving off half his beard to be the only country leader in the world to rule a nation with half a beard. And talking of this Ram statue in Ayodhya temple, I have another objection to that. Why is it only 51 inches? 51 inches, that is 4 feet 3 inches. That qualifies. I mean, Lord Ram, you turned him into a midget. What the hell? I know why Mr. Modi would have done that. Since since Lord Ram was born in Ayodhya, let's show him as a baby. But a baby is only 10 inches. Either you show him as a very tiny baby, or you see him as a life-size Lord Ram. I mean, I would think that Hindus going to a Ram temple would want to see a life-size statue of Lord Ram, not some tiny little statue. I mean, it seems a little ridiculous. And but Mr. Modi has to do something new. Now, tradition, I agree about black Lord Ram. In the south, all the temples have gods who are absolutely black. For instance, Murugan, the foremost god of Tamil Nadu, is actually a son of Shivji, but Lord Shiva is shown as fair in North India and is shown as black in South India. Same thing with Balaji, Tirupati, famous Tirupati temple. The statue there of Balaji is Vishnu, Vishnu avatar or whatever it is. That's black. So let it be. Let Lord Vishnu and Shiva be fair in North India and be black in South India. Whatever it is, that's their tradition. This should be our tradition. But Mr. Modi has to do things. I mean, there's no point. I mean, Lord, I don't know what Mr. Modi's logic is. Now, let me also add, talking of Lord Ram, he's the foremost god in the Hindu pantheon. Not in the orthodox Hindu hierarchy, because there you have Brahma and Vishnu and Shiva, etc., etc. But he's in North India, for instance. People greet one another by saying Ram Ramji. across, now I'm talking of, the Hindi speaking belt, which contains something like 700 million Hindus. That normal formal people pass by another and they say Ram Ramji, like you have a good morning, good morning. I've never heard anybody say Shivji, Shivji, Vishnu Ji, Ganesh Ji, not at all. So he is the foremost god, and the foremost Hindu festival is Diwali, which celebrates the return of Lord Ram to Ayodhya. So that is the he. So in that sense, he is the foremost god. So there may be others, Ganesh, etc. All shopkeepers worship Ganesh, etc., etc. But Ram resides in people's hearts in that way. I don't know. I can certainly say that about Hindi-speaking India, and about the South. I don't know most South Indian Hindus. I think I are followers of Vishnu and Shiva. Of course, there's only one God, but somehow Lord Ram is. But Diwali out there is celebrated with a hell of a lot of gusto, with zest, religious zeal, and that's always been so. And Dasara has always been a very great festival, Hindu festival, foremost Hindu festival, sort of. So, Mr. Modi, these are little things. The trouble with Mr. Modi is he consults nobody. He consults only the genius in his mirror. So the result is he's out of touch with people. No point. Of course he would have consulted some Hindu scholars of scriptures or some sadhus or whatever. But don't get swept by get a wide. Why I think a hell of a lot of Hindus would not go to the Ayodhya temple, because they just wouldn't like the idea of a suddenly seeing a black Ram. I mean, it's just never happened. Don't. Lord Ram has a certain image in Hindu minds, and that don't change that image, Mr. Modi. If 10 prime ministers have come and gone, you'll also go. But Lord Ram's image remains the same in people's hearts. So what is the point doing all this? But then Mr. Modi, he has to bungle. Sometimes I think that if he was a non-vegetarian, Mr. Modi, and he ordered tandoori chicken in a restaurant, the tandoori chicken would fly off the moment it reached Mr. Modi's table, because there's nothing he does which works out. That is my and lest anybody doubt my Hindu credentials, I'm a Hindu, I'm a Brahmin from Uttarakhand, where there's Hardwar and Rishikesh, and the Ganges, which originates from there, and Char Dham. So my Hindu credentials are fine. So Modi Bhaks, don't chase me with a danda, okay? So well, folks, it's time to say goodbye, and see you later, alligator.